Broadcast. Oh, baby. What a day. What a day. What a doggone day. Oh, my. Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Thursday, December the 15th, 2011. What a day. You're looking at the dollar Swiss chart. And again, if you've been a listener of mine, if you're a follower, if you're a freebie, you're doing pretty good with my free calls, aren't you? I've stayed away from this. I have not been involved until yesterday. Because we knew the Swiss National Bank was coming out. They were going to talk about it. And we knew the contagion. I think you could say it both ways. Some people think you can't. I say tomato, you say tomato. I think contagion sounds so much better. Contagion sounds like a medical, disease. Contagion is like a financial contagion. Oh, baby. But I could be wrong. Anyway, with the European situation where it is, how could the Swiss National Bank justify pushing the Swiss franc lower? They're worried about inflation. I understand that. But at some point, the capital flows coming in from people just crossing the border to put their money there because they're nervous about their own banks certainly surpasses what the Swiss National Bank could do. So, bang! Hello! How you doing? Swiss franc across the board. Say bye-bye. And you know what? They rallied it into it. I was a little nervous. Pound Swiss. Bang! Euro Swiss. Bang! Closing at the lows, thank you, sir. May I have another? Unfortunately, I was shorting it around here, so I had a little pain. But when you look at these daily charts, people, and again, I know I'm focusing on this right off the bat, because, we had China numbers that were pretty much, came out 49, China HSBC PMI, and to me, it wasn't worth it. Even though the dollar rallied a little bit more and the S&P sold off and there was some bad the breakdown of the number wasn't as great. But then the European numbers came out and the PMI services, manufacturing actually was good at a Eurozone, surprisingly. Then we had more bad news. Retail sales weren't that great in London. CBI was worse. And then the U.S., we had tremendous. Initial jobs claims coming in. Unbelievable. 2008 low, 366, I believe. Wow. And that couldn't even get Dalian going. I got to tell you, I'm telling you, the U.S. is doing better than the world, the G7 right now. Not that says much, but the amount that the whole world really relies more on Europe, we don't. I mean, everyone says we do, but, we trade so much with Mexico, NAFTA. We are a lot less reliant and can handle a European slowdown because we have a lot more trading partners, and we're opening up doors in Korea. That new trade agreement, which actually Obama did. Please, Hillary, run. Hillary, you have to run. I can't believe I'm even saying it. I don't think Newt or Romney can win. I really don't. I don't think Newt or Romney can win. And Ron Paul's going to throw in the mix. Dalian sucks, huh? I actually bought it at the lows. Still sucks. It's going one way or the other, though. And trust me, we're coming to the end of the year. And, there are a lot of times in the last week or two this thing moves. So I know it was a December call, but I always put the caveat in there that it could be the end of the month. So it's not over for a monster move in the yen for the end of the year. So, again, we check with China, and I'm like, it's not worth it. The euro wasn't worth it. And, I considered it lucky to be able to get out. But the China PMI, I remember last month was 47.7 and came in at 49. That's better. So I consider that, hey, lucky. Let's get out. Who cares? So, sometimes you got to go with where the movement is. I mean, you look pound Aussie. Hello. Sorry I bailed on it. Again, it was nervous. And it came in nicely, but still closing strong, this pound Aussie. Big time. Aussie, very weak. This thing's still going back up to 160, but I think we could back and fill. Maybe we head higher tonight. But it wasn't worth it. So you got to go with where the movement is. And you got to be able to shift gears. Tonight's going to be a tough night. This euro dollar, I have no idea. I think we're probably going higher. We got the Italian vote. We have no real news. Current account, big deal. No news in Asia whatsoever. No economic numbers. None. Zero. Zippo. US CPI looking for 0.1. It probably comes in line. It's the Italian confidence vote that's coming out. That's going to be big news tonight. And you know what? Either way, it's not going to be a disaster, I don't think. And we're probably going to pop up to 130, 150. I think we sell off then. Be an amazing call. But we gap up in the U.S. session. CPI numbers come out. They're flat, even weaker. U.S. stocks probably gap up higher. And then we slowly sell off. Christine Lagarde at the IMF saying not even two countries can solve the problem for the European situation. So that, she's been doom and gloom. So she's never had any good headlines. So it's nothing new. And that's why I think the euro really didn't sell off. But when you look, so I think it's a 130, 150. It's a fib level. Bang. And that's just on a pop. We've come a long way. Nothing goes down in a straight line. And when you look at the daily, doesn't look that bad. Again, I'm a bear. I just want it to bounce to 130, 150, 132. Remember, it's extended. It's oversold. It just melted. It's notice how things tend to gravitate towards the moving averages. It needs to back and fill a little bit. Obviously, the Italian vote goes poorly. Say goodnight. So, people, 1 week free trial to my premium service. When are you going to start coming over to the dark side, baby? Just continue to make people money. Just stop doing my videos. Giving away too much. But this year looks like it's going to bounce. Euro Swiss? I don't think so. Oh, baby. Look at that. Look at that chart. Now, again, they're holding the floor of 120. Well, some of the research that I read today on the whole statement and story is with the European Contagion, there are people out there that think this thing's going to retest the SNB. If the SNB is going to be tested, we're going at 110. Easy. If they cannot hold 120, and if they back off because the European situation gets worse, now I'm not saying that's going to happen now. I'm just saying this thing's going to lose its momentum. This thing is not going through 125 now. The band is going to be more 120 to 123. And I think we're going to bang up against 120, testing the Swiss National Bank. But hey, that's another 250 pips. Hay is for horses. We'll take it. Good feeding. And you look at the Swiss across the board again. Look at this pound Swiss. I'm freaking drooling. Oh, baby. It's the first day of the move. Tonight should be easy. Easy. Follow through, absolutely. Now, could it reverse? Sure. But this trade should be easy to the 20 EMA. 144.50. Easy. It's another 150 pips. It's already went down 200. You know, you could have even sold it today if you would have checked my tweets. I sent the tweet out. I sent that tweet out, baby. We sold some right here, 146.40. Hello. Bang. Another 100 pips. When people actually thought they were going to up their target in this environment to get the euro higher after it's already rallied, this many pips? Are you nuts? And what's incredible is they're donating $15 billion to the IMF. Now I'm pretty sure. I'll tell you, this Aussie Swiss looks interesting also. I'm pretty sure that the amount of intervention they've done is almost in that range. And by giving them the money, by giving them $15 billion, it takes the trade completely off their books. You really have to think about this for a second. Remember, the S&P was getting killed, down like $11 billion, down $7 billion, intervening in the marketplace, keeping the Swiss franc weak. Intervention. They were doing it all down here. They were getting killed, annihilated. Annihilation. They were buying all through here. Remember, this thing has come down. And they haven't had to intervene that much. It's been the market and the threat. It's been the verbal threat They'll do anything. They'll print whatever it takes. Major verbal threats. That's done this whole move. It's just the Aussie Swiss. So, and remember, Jimmy Rogers is still long the Swiss. He thinks we're going back down. Again, the contagion spreads. People are going to be flocking to the SMB. Now, again, this $15 billion loan to the IMF, doesn't it get the whole trade off their books? And they price it at current levels, and it's gone. They just printed the money. Whatever the trade loss was, it's valued at the $15 billion. Boom, it's gone. Now they could do another fresh $15 billion if they need to. Well, you know what? The amount of inflows into Switzerland, if the contagion, whatever the hell you want to call it, stupid. Why listen to some people? Hundreds of billions of dollars will be flocking. And I don't think they could support that. Euro sterling, again. A doji, I think it futzes around here. I hope it would rally up here. It'd be great, 50 pip rally. And again, if we do pop because of the Italian situation, you could be long, but I think it's short-lived. I think you sell it up here. I wouldn't want to go home long the euro over the weekend. These guys can't get their act together. Why would you ever want to go home long the euro over the weekend? 2 weeks ago, of course. Euro Canada having a hard time here, but it is flagging. No, like V bottom, no V bottom, which means we could still V bottom and we could break. Again, this has no business trading up here. This has no business whatsoever. Absolutely going to my channel line here. No doubt about it. Again, I think this thing should collapse. The situation in Europe is not good. No matter what anyone wants to tell you, the solution is not done. The Germans are kicking and screaming. They're not going along. Eins, zwei. They want world domination. They feel rejuvenated again. That they have this kind of power. I'm telling you. Germans are a very nationalistic country. And trust me, there are lots of neo-Nazis. They have a lot of radical groups in there. Who knows? And a lot of Muslims, mind you. And as far as the election, I know, I was talking about that for a little bit. I just don't think Romney can win. Look at this dollar Canada wedge. I don't think Romney can win. I don't think Newt has the discipline to win. He can't keep his mouth shut. And again, he's too all over the place. The debates would be great. And I'm salivating at the thought of Newt and Obama, and he would crush him. And then you got Ron Paul running that would just take away the Tea Party, and then Obama swoops into office. No matter how you play this out. Unless Superwoman comes and saves the day. And I just can't believe I'm saying this because, again, I loathed the Clintons while they were in office. But I think she's done a tremendous job as Secretary of State. She's kept her mouth shut. She hasn't stabbed him in the back yet. She had every right to if she wanted to run. So, this dollar count, I still think it's got to hit up this channel. But, stock market closed decent. Gold wasn't out. I still think gold is going to collapse. I think that's one of the reasons why, 1,500. It's already collapsed, but, it's going to come in more. I think that's why commodity currencies were not as strong today. So you look at this gold chart. We're going to 1,500. And again, they might melt this thing down. A lot of people away on vacation. Hedge funds even taken off. They're done. The books are closed. So they're done. Who's there to support it? Paulson's selling. Panicking. Losing more for his investors. Hank Paulson, down 49% before this collapse in gold. He's one of the biggest holders of GLD. I think he had more gold in storage. Amazing. So I just think Hillary has to run. And she's the only one that could beat him. And she must have such dirt on him. Such dirt on him. Oh, dollar Swiss. Going lower, baby. Abso-freaking-lutely. Look where it is. It's still above the tower. This baby is going to be easy. Blue horseshoe call, baby. On a silver platter. Another 100 pips. Easy. Reversal, outside candle, took out the highs, closing at the lows near. Say goodnight. Who's your daddy? Faith in A. Swiss across the board. Cable, as we said yesterday, it's certainly stalled here. Retail sales weren't as bad as I thought they'd be. CPI was 23 versus 20 on the estimate. But, again, we got light data. It's all going to be about the Eurozone. If Italy gets their act together and passes this vote of confidence, then Euro sterling might rally. Cable will be stalled. So we'll be able, again, I think we'll be able to sell cable, though, higher. 156 even. I think we could have a nice reversal. I don't think the dollar is going to close weak, like the euro at the highs of the day. I think we sell off. I don't believe in this rally. While I'm very impressed with the U.S. numbers, 100%, there is too much uncertainty when it comes to this administration of the United States, the disgustingness of this administration. I mean, they want to ban cell phone use in cars now. I mean, Big Brother. Thank you, sir. I have another. While I think it's certain texting should be, but hands-free? Are you nuts? Pound Swiss. Hello. Coming in easy. We did that one already. Pound Aussie. I think we did that one already, too. Breaking out, baby. On its way. I can't believe I bailed on it. So upset. Had to check with China. Sorry, the Swiss made up for it. It's going up. Definitely BOP it. Buy on pullback under 56. Buy. And there's no numbers. Pound Kiwi also. Even though the Kiwi outperformed. Right? Kiwi outperformed. The little doji here. Because my little Aussie Kiwi. Oh, baby. Came in nicely. I know it doesn't look like much. I don't know, there was some story on Bloomberg, one of my people telling me that what was the guy's name from FX Concepts? Taylor? It was like his trade of the year. Made a big case for the Aussie against the Kiwi. I don't know. I can get on that train. And I see it. I see it. Boom, to the moon. But I also see this ascending head and shoulders that makes me very nervous. And I see the neckline, the shoulders. An ascending neckline. And I think that if it can't clear through close above 133, no freaking way. And again, New Zealand's rebuilding their economy from the earthquake. They got this big multi-billion-dollar investment from Branson of Virgin Airways for biofuel depot, which is good, really good for them long term. Food prices are going up. And Australia is lowering rates. So, let's take a look at the S&P. And the technicals don't look good. So, to me, maybe this guy is maybe selling it or something. Shorty, telling people to go long it. I don't know. And again, remember, FXCM and Forex News and all these 360, these video people that are registered with the Obama administration, with the SEC and the CFTC that couldn't stop freaking Corzine from invading customer funds. Incredible. It's just so disgusting. And if this guy gets away with it, is it not in jail? It just goes to show you the corruption, the disgustingness of government. And this isn't Obama. This is all government. Bush pardoned people too. The cronyism. What Corzine was able to do, why he became chairman, why they gave him the thing, the position and the bonus and everything, and the deal, was because they became one of the primary dealers for the New York Fed. His old boy he worked with at Goldman. It's disgusting how they're allowed to get away with this old boys club. It's insane. To make bets on segregated funds. I mean, and let me tell you something. If he did that now, he's done it before. And that means, let me tell you something. There's other companies out there that do it to save their ass. Who knows what was going on when the market was melting at 666, the devil, the S&P, that these guys weren't invading people's funds to hang on to the stocks on their proprietary trading desks. So come on. Morgan, Bear, all of them. And in the end, you're really not safe. It's a very scary thought. If you're a hedge fund and you have $1 billion hedge fund, your money's not safe at your primary broker. The laws are in place to take care of this. There's been no enforcement. And again, where's Dodd-Frank? This isn't even with Dodd-Frank. This is from previous, what you don't think? Stock market's been for 250 years. I mean, this is not old stuff. And with the computers we have, it's a joke. This year is just going to be huge. This year, people, just get ready. 2012 is the year to end all years. Even if I'm wrong about the whole Mayan thing, look what we have. The Middle East is going to blow up. Iran, its situation is going to blow up. And the Straits of Hormuz is going to blow up. Syria is going down. You know that. Who knows what's going to happen with China and the South China Sea? Natural disasters are going to be worse. The election in the United States is going to be a drama, I think, of never seen before in politics. It's going to be very exciting. I can't wait. Can't wait, baby. As long as Obama is not in the White House at the end of the day. Heaven help us, there's some sort of natural disaster at the end in January when he's supposed to go out, but there's martial law and he refuses. Whoa. What a thought. Andrew Spanton, get ready for more Swiss franc strength. And you know what? Probably the S&P could pop here. And I think we're going to pop and then sell off. So at 12:30 on the S&P, I see no reason why we can't. On good European news, maybe we even break out a little more, 12:35. And then into the weekend, something bad is going to come out that's going to put a kibosh on the whole rally. But again, we have become oversold. It's a hammer. That's, to me, is a hammer. We should bounce. So again, it's all about the Italian vote. I know I did some rants. I haven't done a rant in a while. But, there's a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff is going on. And this whole video situation, it's unbelievable. Remember, it's only U.S.-based registered companies that cannot do videos. The whole world can, but only American companies cannot that are registered. I'm not registered, so I can, which should be good for me, you would think. Andrew Spanton, info@globalfxllc.com, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. Ching, ching. Have a good night.